So in the past I've got not many, but sometimes requests for a gel blaster. Because where I live there are not really gel blasters, only really children toys, let's say, that they got the grenade on top, that's kind of a hopper, and it feeds in the gel balls, nothing really magazine fed or with green gas. Now that I look really closer, but then I have to really dig around in Europe, then I can find some green gas editions, mainly basically the AP model. So with this nozzle, a conversion kit, and there's one store in the UK that kind of sells it as a complete gel blaster without really overpricing it like crazy. So yeah, it's not really common where I live, but lately I did a little bit more research based off something that I heard from somebody that lives in China that reached out to me that I could make a gel ball version of it from the Airsoft edition. And he explained to me that there was a green gas edition that is based on a Glock model, those with the red slide. So yeah, I looked around, and what I realized is that basically it is really easy to make a gel blaster out of the things that I made for Airsoft. Meaning that you could have a semi-automatic model, fully automatic, or select fire. You can also have a semi-automatic or fully automatic bolt open edition. In case you like that. That model can have a little bit more bolt weight, so you get a little bit more kick in case you find that fun to have. This model you see right here is based on the Partisan 9, so it's referred in the Airsoft edition as a Partisan 6. Also what you see in the thumbnail, that is the FGC9 officially, but then in the Airsoft edition I call it the FGC6. What I'm thinking of with the name is to call it as a gel blaster an FGC7, and I think it is called a -8, but if you talk about it I would just say FGC7-8. Because the gel balls seem to be around that size, not really 8mm but also not 7mm. If you guys that are more in the gel blaster, Gelsoft community, let me know if you think that's not a good way to pronounce the name the blaster. Then let me know. That's one thing I kind of like to have feedback on, because I'm really an outsider of this let's say community, the people that play the sport, so I may do something that is not correct. Also the idea that I have is to call it Gelsoft instead of Gel Blaster, so that is with the subtitle FGC9 Gelsoft replica instead of a Gel Blaster replica. If that is not really the, let's say, correct term to be, because you want to be more removed from Airsoft, then that's fine. I have no battle in this fight. So if you guys are more like, no, it's better to call it a Gel Blaster to make it sound more nervish, fine by me. But just let me know. But mainly what I kind of need help with, because it's not impossible, but it's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest, to get my hands on the nozzles. I've seen that the nozzles basically are the same size, so it will fit on the same magazine that I got right here for Airsoft, so I know that it is already correctly calibrated for the magazine to the nozzle. It's only that I don't know that what the outer diameter of this tip is, because these are Airsoft nozzles, and those are really a little bit more narrow than your Gel Blaster nozzles. I will have soon the one from the AP, so that is fine. I can measure that one myself. But the ones that are made from ASP, those from also the full automatic one, the double bell one, and you got also the VTEC. If some people have those gel blasters, I can give a size to me, what this size is of the nozzle. So you can say, and of course this is only relevant for, let's say, the Glock based models. I cannot do this with the high kappa models and things like that, so it's only relevant for the platform that use Glock type of magazines. So I do realize that an AP1 is not a Glock, but it uses the Glock magazines, so therefore they can be used. And what I also really would like and appreciate, if people can kind of tell me how this business is going on with the Gelsoft models. I will soon have the one from the AMP. It will have the hop-up unit with the barrel and rubber bucking. But I've looked in Gelsoft stores and I find it really hard to find rubber buckings. It's almost like there are no rubber buckings, and that would be really strange. I've seen some hop-up units, but it looks, I think it's more for AEG style things. It's a cylindrical tube. I've ordered one. Also ordered an outer barrel that is 9.5 millimeters outer diameter. Those seem to be kind of basic standard, but I think for the pistols there are probably a different standard. I've seen that the double barrel looks a little bit like this one. It got also this knob right here, but I kind of would like to know, let's say, what the length is like this, and also the outer diameter of it, also what the inner diameter of this piece is, also how it kind of attaches to the barrel, and if there are, let's say, mounting points of the barrel. I've seen that a lot of gel blaster barrels kind of just have a groove, and that's it, kinda. Some have multiple, but I don't have a lot of details on that. I can technically get my hands on a double bell barrel and nozzle and magazine, but the magazine should not be that necessary for what I already have done with the Airsoft edition. But it is kinda those type of things. If people can kinda help me out with that would help to make this a reality. Probably the edition with the AP version will be released probably this year. It should not be that much work, but to make it cost compatible with, let's say, other models, then I would really need your feedback with it. It's best to do this in the Discord. I think that then you can upload some pictures and kinda give the measurements. Otherwise you can also do it here in the comments here in the YouTube, I mean. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think, because if you kind of want to see what this platform can do, then you can see the links below. It will kind of show you a release trailer thing for the Airsoft edition. It will probably shoot basically the same. The expectations. The kick have been a little bit increased since I've made those videos, so it's a little bit more fun to shoot than you see on those videos, but at least you can see how it functions. But yeah, if you kind of want to get involved and want to see this to be in reality, that there's a gel blast edition of this that you can make yourself, then yeah, help is needed and wanted, let's say. I can do a little bit with the AP, but I will not be, because I've invested already a lot of money in this project and I kind of want to minimize spending more on it. So it would be nice if some people can help me out. Also, if I got a little bit more benchmark measurements of the barrel and how thick this nozzle piece should be, this tip, then I can also consider making a 3D printed nozzle for it. It would be only a little bit stronger even, because it can be a little bit thicker than the Airsoft model. This one is not released yet for the Airsoft edition, but I tested it already. It was working pretty okay. So in case somebody really wants to be build yourself Airsoft model, you want to make one with really minimal let's say Gelsoft parts, then you can go that route as well later on in the future. But yeah, then again, it's really important for me to know what the size, also the sizes of this feeding rod, let's say, is, how thick it is, and also this nozzle size, so I can kind of make a model that is working for most rubber buckings, if there is even a standard with gel blaster, because I can understand that this is maybe a little bit new and is not really a standard yet around the barrel, so maybe the buckings are not really interchangeable like you see with Airsoft Glock based models, let's say. Not that all of them are interchangeable, but a lot of them, they share the same system, and that's why I can make a lot of different nozzles fit in this same platform without changing the design all too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, when I got the Gel Blaster edition parts in and I can make that one, I will make an updated video on that. Hopefully then I got already a little bit feedback on the name, if the naming is correct like this, or that it's better to call it just an 8 or a 7. And what you guys think about names like Gelsoft or Gel Blaster. I know there are a few different names. I'm not sure what is, let's say, the more professional name to use for it, or appropriate for this type of Gelsoft, let's say, or Gel Blaster. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, I hope to hear from you guys that are into Gelsoft, let's say. And see you guys next time.